Hello, what we're going to walk through in this video is the TabBarController exercise that is spread throughout the lesson. So the first thing they want us to do is they want us to go ahead and open up, create a new Xcode project. So we will go ahead and select that. It's going to be a single view app, so we'll go ahead and click Next. And what they want us to call it is Rainbow Tab. So I will go ahead and add that as my name. The one thing you'll want to do is you'll want to make sure that use core data, included unit test, and include UI tests are unchecked. So I will go ahead and click Next. And I will go ahead and click Create. Okay, so we've created our new project. So the first thing they want us to do is they want us to go over and copy some PDF files that we're going to be using for our tab bar icons. So what I'm going to do is I have that information opened up, so I'll just go into Documents. It's under the TabBarControllers on the student file. So I will go down into my assets and click on that and make sure I have my items selected. So I'll just click on the first item, hit Shift, click on the last item, and then just drag the items over. So I go ahead and add all the items to my project. So now I can use them later on in my project. So we'll go ahead and get started now. So what we're going to do is let me go ahead and increase the size of this. So I will go back to my main storyboard, and the first thing they want us to do is we want to go ahead and select our first view controller. So I'll just go ahead and click on that, and what they want us to do is go into the attribute inspector and then change the background color. So let me just go ahead and select a red for that first color. So I will go ahead and select that. So now we've changed the background color to red. The next thing they want us to do is we want to go ahead and create a tab bar controller. So in order to do that, I want to make sure my view is selected. After that is selected, I will go up into my editor and embed in, and I will select a tab bar controller. And what you can see now is it's actually added that tab bar controller item to my project. It's over on the left, so that's what we're going to be doing from here on out. Is we're going to be adding some more view controllers that we're going to go ahead and connect to that initial tab bar controller. So what the tab bar controller just maintains a list of tabs through its view controllers property, an array of the root view controllers displayed by our tab bar interface. Okay, so we have it connected. So currently we only have one item on our screen. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to decrease the size down to about 25%. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add another item. What we're going to do is we're going to add a view controller. So I'll just go ahead and click on my library, and I will drag another view controller down onto my scene. I'll drop it in, I'll select it, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change the background color to orange. So I have the background color to orange. So what I need to do is I need to control drag from my tab bar controller to our orange view controller so I can go ahead and establish a tab bar relationship with it. So let me go ahead and increase the size back up to 50%. So I'll control click on my tab bar controller, and I'll go ahead and drag down And what I want to do is I want to select a relationship segue and view controllers. So I'll go ahead and select that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rearrange my scene here. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag my red item down below my view controller, so now I have my red and my orange items. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to just go ahead and build and run our app right now. So I will go ahead and click on the build and run. And my simulator should come up here in a second. Here it comes up. Go ahead and get it initialized with the app. Okay, if I click on my right item, it changes it to orange. Click on my left item, and it changes it back to red. So I'm just going to Control Q out of there and go back into my Xcode. So a TabBar item consists of two visual elements, an image and a label. They talk about in the book the various list of available system items that are available. So in order to change those items, what you need to do is you need to go ahead and click on the TabBar item. So down below in my red item, I will go ahead and click on that. And then if you go ahead and click on the down arrow, you can go ahead and update the item. Say for instance, the contacts, it'll add that TabBar item down below to my red one. If I want to update my orange one, I can go ahead and select it and click on top rated, and what it does is it shows the star for top rated. The other thing, what'll happen is right now when you're looking at it in our current orientation, the title is below the actual icon. So if I click on my View As button and change my orientation, and we go ahead and look at it in landscape, go ahead and scroll back, change back to orientation, change back to landscape, you can see the titles are to the right of the icon instead of below the icon, and that's just to save space when you change it from landscape back into portrait view. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually update the icons that we're using. The system attributes don't make sense. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on our red one again. So I'll go ahead and select my red one. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and change it back to custom. And I'll add my title for my bar item. I will call it red. And then I will go ahead and add my image, which is just the R. So I'll go ahead and add that. If you wanted to, you could update the selected image by adding that selected image, and then when that item is clicked in your code, you could update the image to red, but we're not going to be doing that for this exercise. So I've updated my red bar item. I'll go ahead and select my orange bar item, and what I am going to call it is orange. And I will go ahead and select my image next. So we've gone ahead, we've updated the items. So if you wanted to go ahead and indicate new information is available in this viewer mode, what you could do is you could go ahead and update the badge value. So if you wanted to add an exclamation point, you could go ahead and add that exclamation point up in the tab bar item for any of the tab bars that you selected, or you could go ahead and actually update it in code. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on my ViewController. This ViewController actually controls my red ViewController. It's just associated with that view. So what I'm going to do in my view did load, I'm just going to go ahead and add a tab bar item. And I will update my badge value, and I will set it equal to an exclamation point. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and actually run my application. Okay, I need to use double quotes here, so let me see, make sure I have double quotes there. And we will go ahead and run our app. And we will wait till it launches. Okay, and now you can see the little badge item. It's highlighted down below. So once that view loaded, that badge item appears below my icon. If I click on orange, what it'll do is it'll just change the view. We have not added the code to eliminate that badge value, but if you wanted to, you could go ahead and add some code into your ViewController where you would set the badge value equal to nil. So that's the first part of this lesson. What we're going to be talking about next is we're going to add additional rainbow tabs. So we only have 2 of the rainbow colors, so we're going to go ahead and add some additional colors, and that will be in the next video.